Thanks to 2020, it's been way too long since we got anything out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I was really looking forward to that Black Widow movie, but nevertheless. But now we have a brand new television show in the Marvel Cinematic Universe called Wandavision, and I watched it, and I want to share my thoughts. It's a weird thing. So going into this, I didn't know any of the information about it. I've seen all of the movies. I've watched some of the Netflix stuff with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I never really dove in to explore what exactly Wandavision is. I think I saw one trailer, but wow, what a weird show Wandavision is. It's a sitcom. Like, I saw in the trailer that they were setting it kind of up like a sitcom. I didn't think that was going to be the thing they went for the whole time. Like, the whole first episode, it's in black and white, and it seems to be a sitcom with Scarlet Witch and Vision as if they were in the past trying to blend in. Well, it's like a 50s show. So there's all of the trappings of a 50s show with the style and the dress, and they try to go for like the humor and some of the filming too. Like, honestly, okay, so as somebody that basically grew up watching TV Land as my primary like source of television, it's very much like the Dick Van Dyke Show. Like, I think the house even looks like the house on the Dick Van Dyke Show. It's got a laugh track. It's filmed the way that those shows were filmed. It's so weird. They're trying to use some of the lingo from old shows. And I can't decide if it works or not. There are parts of the show that I genuinely laughed at. There are parts of the show that I thought were too corny and they were like too on the nose. It's a little kitschy at times. At the same time, the sort of them being from the future, another like generation back, trying to fit into the society kind of fits some of the like weird TV show trappings. Like I Dream of Jeannie, My Favorite Martian, like you had these weird shows where there were like future elements of people trying to blend into the past, so it actually kind of works in a weird way. And they sort of frame like Scarlet Witch's magical powers where she's like moving everything around super slowly, and Vision is able to change his appearance so that he can fit in with normal people. I don't know, it kind of works, but it doesn't, I don't know, it didn't feel all the way right. I don't know what exactly it was. They filmed it in 4:3, so the aspect ratio helps, the black and white helps, maybe it's the crispness of the cameras, maybe it's like the fake laugh track, I don't know, something about it just didn't click fully as feeling like an old show. Maybe it was, I can't quite place it. As I've already said, the humor for me was sort of hit or miss. There are things that I actually laughed at, and then there are some things that I just kind of cringed at because it's like, One of the things that I thought was kind of silly and funny is they tried to make it a plot point that Wanda didn't have a wedding ring in one scene, when I'm pretty sure in the Marvel movies, Scarlet Witch has like 10 billion rings on her fingers, so I did think that was just ironically funny to me that she wasn't wearing any rings in this one, and she was trying to fit into this culture as a married couple with Vision. In case you're watching this and you haven't seen it, the plot sort of tries to fit into the old school sitcom plot where it's actually a situational comedy. Basically, they walk into the kitchen, they see there's something marked on the calendar with a heart, and they can't decide what it is, but they don't want to let the other one think they don't know what it is, even though they both don't know what it is. Like, it's one of those, they're afraid to admit they can't remember what it is. It turns out they find out that when Vision is at work, his boss is supposed to come over for a dinner, and that dinner is very important in him getting a promotion. But Scarlet Witch thinks that it's an anniversary, so she's trying to prepare this entire scenario for, like, you know, spicy times, but he is going to bring his boss home, and that creates a little bit of silliness. Now, as someone who has not researched this at all, one of the questions that I had going into this is this going to be a completely separate non-canon thing? Is this going to be tied to the story in some way? My memory is a little fuzzy about where these characters were left off in the movies. That's my bad. And so for me, it was like, okay, well, they seem to be from the future, but they're in the past and they're trying to blend in. Are they going to ever explain that? Or is that just going to be treated like one of those old sitcoms where it's not a big deal and the sitcom part is the important part? But then in that scene where the boss is choking and then Wanda and Vision are staring at each other, I'm like, are they having like memory problems? Did they get placed here and they don't know why they're here? Is there some amnesia thing going on? But then the way they framed it sort of made it feel like they were just struggling because their relationship wasn't normal. It was a weird scene that I don't think was executed perfectly depending on what they were trying to say there. But then it actually did get tied to a real world situation, because after the show ends, then there was that pullback from a TV screen where it actually, went 16:9, modern, everything again, and they're watching this television show. So is this something where Wanda and Vision went back to the past and someone is now watching this in the future? Or is this a scenario where it could just be developed in the modern times and like these superheroes could be legitimately just making a television show? I think the mystery of everything is going to be revolving around how is this television show, which seems to be a television show in the Marvel Cinematic Universe world, tied to what's happening in the current version of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That mystery is interesting to me. I think it's probably going to be one of those things where that's a little bit of a stinger at the end of every show until it sort of develops, but I'm insanely confused and curious. So did the show execute what it was trying to do? I still don't know what it was trying to do. I think that if it was trying to just be one of those classic sitcoms made in the modern era, it sort of fails and succeeds halfway. I think that if it's just trying to be a comedy, it also succeeds halfway. I think that if you're a Marvel Cinematic Universe junkie and you want to have that world opened up even more, you want to see more from the Marvel Cinematic Universe because it's been so long, I think at this point, episode 1, you're like, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm curious what's coming next, but also, what the heck did I just watch? That's the way that I feel. Now, episodes 1 and 2 are live right now. I have not watched episode 2 yet. I'm going to watch episode 2 and then do a similar video for that. And if you guys are interested, I will continue following along with this series. I'm sure everybody is going to be trying to watch this right now. Everyone that likes the MCU is going to be starving for things, and everybody has Disney Plus in the entire world right now, probably. So I feel like this might be something fun to talk about with you guys. If you like this video and you would like to follow along this journey with me, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more videos from me related to this or related to my normal bookish discussions, you can subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye.
Sleep, no one ever get enough. Always looking out tired. Sleep, no one ever get enough. If I don't show up, I might get fired. Sleep, no one ever get enough. Always looking out tired. Sleep, no one ever get enough. If I don't show up, I might get fired.